Keenan Shanholtz here, West Virginia Land and Home Realty, and we got a doozy today. I'm at 904 Bluffs Lookout Road in Fort Ashby, West Virginia. And let me zoom out here for you. Check out the view. And it only gets better from here. So this house is located on 23 acres. It's part of Bluffs on the Potomac. If you watched my videos before, you'll know that the Bluffs is a 6,000 acre development made up of all 20 plus acre tracts, 250 20 plus acre lots in here. This home was built by BRYSON Homes, which is the premier builder in this area. I've been working hand in hand with BRYSON for about 14 years now. Have yet to have an unsatisfied customer. But I believe they built this house at either 2013 or 2014. The gentleman, the owner who had this built, I sold him the lot, and he just kind of had an idea of what he wanted to do and kind of hand drew it out. And that single design that this house is based off of has spun off into two other houses in the community that are basically just like this one. At least with the layout and design, and then there's spin-offs of this design that are not log and maybe not quite as big as this house. So, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. Doesn't look like much from this side, but let me get you around here and show you the front. Hopefully the sun's not, it's going to be hard to see this from ground level, but we called this for years, we called this the half house because it kind of is like half a house, but it's pretty awesome, and it's gotten to be extremely popular. But let me get down here and I'll show you. Of course, there's a 2-car garage here in the basement, screen porch there, which to me is, when they're building these houses like that, that's my favorite room, is always a screen porch. You got stamped concrete down here underneath the deck. But let me just shoot it back here from the other direction. But now, like I said, this lot's 23 acres. So it's about 3 acres bigger than your normal Bluffs lot. And it goes, these lots that have the premium, and this is due west here, that have the premium western view, they look like they're really incredibly steep, and they're not. This ground slopes down off the mountain, but taking off that way, there's a trail that goes all the way out to the property line, all the way down around, and pops back up, like a trail for a side-by-side or an ATV. And that trail kind of pops back up right here, but that's due west. The sunsets here are simply amazing. I'm not turning the camera here yet because I don't want to blind you. Okay, here we go. So that thing looks a lot bigger from this end than it does from the side you pull up to, but the house is a little over 3,000 square foot of finished living space. It's about 1,560, I believe, on each level. House is built on a superior wall foundation. All Anderson glass in it. Anderson windows and doors. They're built to last. And the owner's just got a fresh stain job, a touch-up stain job on the outside, so that's done. Don't have to worry about a stain job for another 5 or 6 years or so on this home. So you can get in here and start enjoying and not have to worry about doing any kind of maintenance issues right off the get-go. But let me walk you up here and show you how this path takes off. There's all kinds of game in here to hunt in the Bluffs. The guy who had the house built, I think he did a good bit of hunting here and took a couple nice bucks. And he had a little shooting range. set up right here. Of course, here's the well. But you'll see, this trail goes out here for a long ways and then makes a left and goes down across the property, goes down the property line, and then this lot has like a little wing on it, and that trail goes all the way down. I mean, it's pretty extensive. I've been around there on a side-by-side before, and I know what it's like. And you also have a good bit of level land here on the ridgetop. This house has a nice buffer from the road. You can see it from Bluffs Lookout Road, but you can't see much of it. So it's plenty private, but I'll just let you kind of take this all in. I mean, you can hear a pin drop up here. I mean, it's just as quiet as it can be. And here in about maybe 3 or 4 weeks, I think we're going to have a late fall this year. Today's October 7th. This place will be in all of its glory here in about 3 weeks when the leaves start changing. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. And I have some pictures. I have some fall pictures of this thing from the past. It'll give you an idea what that looks like. But let's go inside here and look around, and we'll finish it up. Keenan Shanholz here again, West Virginia Land and Home Realty. We're taking a look here now on the inside of 904 Bluffs Lookout Road in Fort Ashby. As you can see, when you come through the front door, the view pretty much just slaps you in the face. I mean, it just elicits a visceral reaction when you come through the door here and just see how incredible the view is. And beautiful slab of granite here in the kitchen. You know, I mean, everything in here is top notch. You got really wide plank hardwood flooring in here. And I'll take you outside. It's a little bit easier to see the view from out there. If you like fire, there's 3 wood burning fireplaces in this house. Of course, you got the one here in the great room. There's one in the primary bedroom, and then out here on the screen porch. But let's go out and check out the screen porch first here. Because to me, I mean, that's what, I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, but to me, I just think that the screen porches are just incredible. Check that out. This is pretty much where I'd be spending all my time if I had a place like this, would be out here on this screen porch, as long as it wasn't too cold. But even in the summertime, you know, you always have a breeze here. It gets hot here, like it gets, I mean, it gets in the 90s here in the summertime, but it never feels muggy, you know. It's kind of like an arid heat, you know. There's always a breeze blowing on top of this mountain. The mountain range we're on is called Middle Ridge, and Middle Ridge separates Hampshire County and Mineral County. So Bluffs Lookout Road, you might as well just say, runs across the top of Middle Ridge. On the west side is Mineral County, on the east side is Hampshire County. So this house is in Mineral County, which is why it has a Fort Ashby address, but you could literally throw a rock into Hampshire County from here, just across the road. But check that out. Let me just zoom in here. And where you see those farms down there, like the greenery, that's the Patterson Creek Valley. There's a little small river down there called Patterson Creek, or a big creek, whatever you want to call it. And those farms down there are in that Patterson Creek Valley. And And then, like I said, this is due west. And then I'll walk you around here, get here in the shade. Of course, big deck across the front. So, looking back here now to the north, you're looking back towards Cumberland, Maryland, which is directly north of here in that direction. So, and for being in the Bluffs, this is a pretty convenient location for here, you know, so for being in the Bluffs. So it takes about 15 minutes from here to get into the little village of Fort Ashby. And Fort Ashby's got it going on. I mean, there's, you know, a handful of restaurants and stuff in there, Dollar General store, you know, gas, some groceries. There's a nice country meat market in there. You know, so you can be to provisions, you know, in 15 minutes from here. And you could be golfing or gambling at Rocky Gap Resort and Casino in Cumberland in about 35, 40 minutes from here. So you're that close to Maryland right here. So, and you could be skiing at the Wisp up at Deep Creek Lake in Oakland, Maryland in an hour. So, so you got a lot of stuff at your fingertips here, but you'd never know it. I mean, you just feel like you fell off the face of the earth out here when you see this view. And it's even hazy today. For a cool, windy day, there's a little bit of haze out through here, but just because we've had a good bit of rain lately, and that fog's still coming off the valley there yet, even at it's about lunchtime right now. So let me get you inside here and show you the rest of this custom home. I mean, it feels wonderful here today. There's a breeze blowing. It feels fantastic. Just so nice in the summertime to sit out here and not worry about bugs bothering you. So let me show you. So basically on the upper level, these homes are built basically 20 foot, 20 foot, 20 foot. So I think the dimensions are like 22 by 60. So 20 foot from this beam to the wall. So basically your kitchen and your dining room's, you know, 20 foot. The living room's 20 foot and the master bedroom's 20 foot. So, but they do have a half bath up here for guests. And it's got this really cool sink, which I think is really, really neat. So you got a powder room, guest bath here. Come into the primary bedroom here. I mean, once again, every room in this house has this incredible view. And you can really see back. I mean, when you're on this end, you can see back to the north further. Wood burning fireplace. Big walk-in closet there. And of course, you got to have the custom bath, you know, nice custom shower, dual vanities, tub. It's just a regular soaking tub, not a jacuzzi or anything. But like I said, nice custom towel work here on the shower. This room's fit for a king, I'll say that. Just look at that. I mean, I've been in this house multiple times. The other homes in here in the community that are like this. You know, I just sold a house that was built off this identical floor plan right down the street. But it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm still amazed. Every time I step into one of these homes, it just gives you a certain feeling and it never gets old. At least it hadn't gotten old for me. But let me take you down here in the basement. So you got a little wet bar down here with the wine fridge. I guess you call that a wine fridge. I see the racks in there, a beer fridge. Just an extra TV room down here. Huge, 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 like double guest bedroom here. This is a big, big room. And as you can see, fantastic view. Another big walk-in closet there. Really neat bathroom here. It's got the tile floor that looks like hardwood in it. Nice custom tile work here on this shower as well. Double vanity. Toilet's obviously in there, and there's a little linen closet behind this door. Your other bedroom downstairs. Yeah, it has a view too, just like every other room. So you got 3 bedrooms here and 2.5 baths. Is how it's set up. Laundry room. Furnace room. So you got, it's a heat pump here. Everything's electric. Panel box. Big pressure tank there for the well. The wells up here are deep. This well's 800 feet and gets a gallon a minute, which is really good for in here. And so you might say, well, I get a gallon a minute. Well, you got tons of storage in there in that casing. So these folks have never had any trouble with supply of water. I mean, you're not going to want to open up a car wash or anything, but shouldn't have any issues using the amount of water that you need. And then, of course, here's a 2-car garage. You know, if you're going to own property here, you definitely need a side-by-side. They got a Polaris Ranger here. And, of course, you're going to need to have a little, you know, I don't know. You can pay somebody to mow for sure. I mean, there's not a whole ton of mowing stuff to do here. But you know, a lot of these second homes, you see them and they don't have garages. But it's really important. I mean, this is a basement garage, but I mean, you're going to have toys when you're up here. I mean, things like this are a necessity, and you got to have somewhere to put the stuff. So let's go back upstairs, and I'll give you one last look out the glass up here. They got the right idea here. I'm going to have a seat in this rocking chair and just watch the world go by. Keenan Shanholz signing off. West Virginia Land and Home Realty, 904 Bluffs Lookout Road, Fort Ashby, West Virginia. 23 acres. Come get it. Treat yourself to the good stuff. Keenan Shanholz here, West Virginia Land and Home Realty. I just figured it was kind of time to maybe make a new video here at the Bluffs Common area for the Bluffs on the Potomac. And I'm going to zoom in here and you can see some ducks floating around there. But so this is a common area for the Bluffs here on the South Branch of the Potomac River. I'm standing on the steps here that go down into the river here. And as I'm taking this video, the river is up right now. It's probably up 2 or 3 feet from where it should be. You know, in the summertime, you're going to be able to walk across the river here and probably not be in over your chest. So it's a good place to come down here and hang out, swim, fish, you know, just kind of hang out. As you can see, there's a picnic table there. There's a little concrete bridge where you come across to get over here to the river. And there's some picnic pavilions over there going up that hollow. And then going up the bigger hollow there, there's the big pavilion where they have, you know, community meetings and whatnot. And there's also dumpsters down here. Well, a dumpster. That's one thing about the Bluffs. there's all electronic gates in here now for the community, except for the common area here on the river, which you need a key for. But the Bluffs does provide trash service, which is very uncommon for communities around here. They have dumpsters at different gates and stuff like that for you to, particularly if you're a weekender, that's really handy. So you don't have to haul your trash home with you when you leave. But what a great spot this is down here. I mean, the Bluffs, one thing that the Bluffs has that most of these big 20-acre lot communities doesn't have is the common access to the river here. And, you know, going upriver this way, the river flows to the north, so we're looking back to the south now. When you go south from here, about 2.5 miles, there's a public access point at Hanging Rock. That's a good, you know, couple-hour trip down to the Bluffs common area here. Well, south of that is the bridge in Romney, which that's the all-day trip down here to the Bluffs, which is probably about 7 miles from the bridge in Romney downriver to here. And then from where I'm at, downriver, you can go to Blue Beach Bridge, which is probably about 3 miles. So, you know, that's kind of what the common access does here to the river comparative to other communities. I mean, it kind of makes it a 4-season retreat. So if you're coming up here in the summertime, it's not hunting season or anything like that, you can come down here to the river, hang out, fish, you know, put in, take out, canoe, kayak, swim, you know, just cool off, bring your dog down here to get in the water. It's just a fantastic feature that the Bluffs has that no place else really does. It's worth a visit.